So that sequence that you guys just saw is the goal of today's video. I thought in today's video, what better way to sort of encourage people in this situation that we're currently in, stuck inside, stuck not really knowing what to do with ourselves. A lot of creators are in this situation where usually they go out and shoot portraits or usually go out and shoot landscapes, and now they're stuck in their rooms with nothing to do. Well, welcome to my bedroom, the place that I have been stuck in for the last 10 to 15 days. I'm starting to go a little bit crazy. I thought what better way to encourage you guys to get out there, or not get out there, stay in here and start creating than by shooting a mini commercial or shooting a little B-roll sequence for you guys to see. I hope it looked good because I haven't even made it yet. In fact, I haven't even shot it. I haven't done anything for it. I just had this idea and I thought I'd turn the camera on and see what happens. But if you're watching this video, that means that the B-roll sequence at the start was good, which is a good sign for me. But if it's shit, then you guys won't see this video at all. So hopefully the fact that you're watching this right now is a good sign for me right now who hasn't seen. Let's just get into shooting this video. So the idea for this commercial was I wanted to shoot a watch commercial. I was heavily inspired by a friend of mine from Sydney, a creator, Lachlan Peck. What's his actual name? His handle on Instagram is Loch Peck, but his real name is Lachlan Peck Nice, and his Instagram handle is Loch Peck, and he shot this video here. Was incredibly inspiring to see and amazing to see that he shot that well before this whole situation, but I thought it would be incredibly fitting for me to give it a shot and see what I can create myself. So today we're going to go ahead, find what we can in my room, shoot a little commercial for this bad boy here and see what we can make. So I've just watched Lockie's behind the scenes and it looks like he shot it on a stack of books with a tripod and a black t-shirt, I think. I think I've chosen, unfortunately it doesn't tick, but I think we're gonna go with this watch because it's the prettiest of the bunch and it kind of looks the most expensive. I know that doesn't matter, it's irrelevant, but you know, what you put on YouTube, it always looks good if it, you know, looks somewhat expensive. So I've just figured out that Lockie shot his sequence with a macro lens. So I don't have a macro lens, which is a little bit of an issue, but what I do have is a camera that shoots 4K cropped, and I have a bunch of lenses that I can pick from. So I've got my 70-200, which might be a good choice because you can zoom in a lot. The focusing distance, or the minimum focusing distance, is 1.5 meters, but you can zoom into 200 mils, which might help get a lot closer. And then with the crop and a little bit of cropping in post, might be able to give the same effect. Obviously not the same effect as macro, but we'll do our best. Or it might actually be the 16-35 might have the closest or the best in comparison to focal length and minimum focusing distance. I don't know. I'm going to try it out with a few lenses. I'm actually going to shoot different shots with a few different lenses. I want to get a shot with the 85 from straight up above, which I think will look awesome, and then we'll see. But my setup for the moment is here with the watch on a t-shirt, on a stack of books on the ground, and I'm either going to use the Ronin S or I'm going to use my tripod, my trusty tripod here, to sort of position it in a way. But I also want to get some movement in the shots that I don't have to do in post. Like I want to get a few cranes or things like that I can add. So we'll see what we can do, but I'm going to set up and test a few lenses now. So I've figured out that the lens for the job is, I tried out the 85. The 85 has a terrible focusing distance. As much as the 85 is really, really nice and really, really sharp, it's just the focusing distance is too bad. The 70-200 is a good option, but by the time you zoom into 70 to 200 mils at 4K, it's kind of, the perspective's a little screwed and the focusing line is annoying. I kind of want to have everything in focus for this shoot. And then the 16-35 has a slightly shorter focusing distance than the 24-70, but I can zoom into 35 mils. I can then shoot in 4K. It's already cropped by like 1.3 on the 1DX. And then in post, what I'll do is I'll go and crop it even more and we'll make it work. So I think I'm gonna shoot this on the 16-35 at 35 mils, maybe at f4. And then in post, I'll crop it and it'll be in 4K, so it should work out. I'll try and get it as close to the macro effect. Obviously it's not going to be anything like if I was shooting with a macro lens. If you have a macro lens, shoot this whole thing with a macro lens. But like I said, we're trying to make do with what I've got in my room, with the gear I have and what I have available, because none of us are allowed outside. So we've got to make do with what we've got. So I'm going to go shoot this because I don't have a second camera to set up to show you guys the shoot. But essentially, I've got my setup here. I'm going to shoot it on a tripod. I'm going to have the watch stationary. I'm going to switch off all the lights like Lockie did in his video, and then shine my iPhone light like a spotlight to kind of create this nice flare effect in the clips. It'll also create motion because I think a lot of the shots are going to be stationary, and then the light is what's going to be creating the motion in the shots. And then also I'll be able to black out the shots, and that'll create a nice seamless transition between scene to scene. So we'll see how we go. I might shoot a few shots. I might mix it up and try and use these funky lights and use the softbox and whatnot. But I think the majority of the shots are going to be stationary, lights off, iPhone light, and see what we can do. So I'm going to leave you guys. If I come across a problem, I'll pick it up again, but I'll see you guys after I finish shooting this.